Welcome back to MC Coin World, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins and numismatics. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, history, and collecting tips. Today, we're taking a close look at a true classic, the 1937 George VI 1 penny. This coin marks the very first year of King George VI's reign, and it's packed with history and interesting details. From its design to its value today, we're breaking it all down, so stick around. Let's get started. The 1937 George VI 1 penny is a significant coin in British numismatic history, marking the beginning of a new royal era following the abdication crisis that saw King Edward VIII step down from the throne, leading to his younger brother Albert, Duke of York, ascending as King George VI. This transition had a profound impact on British coinage, as Edward VIII's coins never saw mass circulation, making the 1937 issue of George VI coinage the first of its kind. The 1937 penny was part of the new currency set, introduced to bear the image of the new monarch, with designs that would define the coinage of the United Kingdom for decades to come. The George VI penny of 1937 was struck in bronze, continuing the composition used since 1860, when the large copper pennies of previous reigns were phased out. The weight of the coin remained at 945 grams, with a diameter of 31 millimeters and a smooth edge, a standard set in place for British pennies since the mid-19th century. The obverse of the 1937 penny features the portrait of King George VI, designed by Humphrey Paget, a highly respected sculptor and coin designer, who was responsible for many royal portraits in Britain and the Commonwealth. His depiction of George VI presents the king facing left, following the long-standing British tradition of alternating the direction in which monarchs face on their coinage. Notably, George VI was depicted without a crown, aligning with the stylistic approach of previous monarchs such as his father, George V, who also appeared uncrowned on coinage. The legend surrounding the portrait reads, George VI de Geber om Rex FD and Demp, which stands for George VI. By the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India, reflecting Britain's global empire at the time. The reverse of the coin showcases the classic Britannia design, a feature of British pennies since 1860, when it was introduced under Queen Victoria's reign. Britannia, the female personification of Britain, is depicted seated facing right, holding a trident in her right hand and resting, her left hand on a shield that bears the Union Jack. She sits upon a rock, gazing out over the sea, symbolizing Britain's naval dominance. The inscription 1 penny appears above Britannia, and the date 1937 is positioned below. This design, created by Leonard Charles Wyon, remained largely unchanged for nearly a century, becoming one of the most recognizable images in British numismatics. The 1937 George VI penny was only minted as part of a proof set, meaning it was never intended for circulation. Proof coins are specially struck using polished dies and high-quality planchets, creating a sharp, mirror-like finish that distinguishes them from regular circulation coins. These proof sets were produced by the Royal Mint to mark the beginning of George VI's reign, and they included all denominations from the farthing to the half-crown. As a result, the 1937 penny is considerably rarer than later issues, making it highly desirable among collectors. Unlike many British pennies, the 1937 George VI penny does not bear a mint mark, as it was struck exclusively in the United Kingdom at the Royal Mint in London. In contrast, later British pennies, particularly those produced for use in Australia, South Africa, or India, often carried mint marks denoting their place of manufacture, such as H for Heaton Mint in Birmingham or KN for King's Norton Mint. Since the 1937 penny was part of a proof-only set, there are no known errors or significant die variations associated with it. However, the quality of individual specimens varies depending on how well they have been preserved. Many 1937 proof pennies remain in excellent condition due to being stored in original Royal Mint cases, while others may exhibit toning or minor imperfections from handling over the years. The historical significance of the 1937 George VI penny extends beyond numismatics, as it represents the beginning of a reign that saw Britain endure World War II, the decline of its empire, and the post-war economic challenges that reshaped the country. George VI, though initially reluctant to take the throne, became a widely respected and admired monarch, particularly for his leadership during the war. His reign also saw major changes in British coinage, including the eventual removal of India's mention on coins following its independence in 1947. The value of the 1937 George VI penny today depends largely on its condition and whether it remains in its original proof set. High-grade examples with strong eye appeal can fetch hundreds of pounds, while complete proof sets containing the penny, along with other denominations, can command even higher prices among collectors. The rarity of the coin, combined with its historical context, makes it a key piece for anyone interested in British coinage. Overall, the 1937 George VI 1 penny is an important numismatic artifact, symbolizing both continuity and change within British history. As the first penny of George VI's reign and a proof-only issue, it holds a unique place in the evolution of British coinage, appealing to collectors, historians, and enthusiasts of royal memorabilia. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1937 George VI 1 penny. This coin is not just a collector's item, but a piece of history, marking the beginning of a new royal era. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to MC Coin World for more in-depth coin history, rare finds, and collecting tips. Drop a comment below and let me know, do you have a 1937 proof penny in your collection, or is it on your wish list? Also, tell me what coin you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.